Yo, we giving our divisional round predictions. Plus, we giving our end of the year season awards. Y'all might want to stay tapped in and see who we picking for MVP. Yo, welcome back, our people. It's Last Second Sports, where we're giving our take down to the last second. It's your boy Rad out here in Rip City, Portland, Oregon, repping them Detroit Lions. Y'all already know us versus everybody. But hey, we want to thank y'all for tapping in once again to listen to us. Two men talk sports. And let me get that guy out there on the East Coast, the worst coast. My guy J-Nay repping them San Fran 49ers. What's happening, Brody?
Hey, my team is still alive. I couldn't be happier. They just beat the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday. Huge win. And especially for us, Rad, because we were born in the 80s, grew up in the 90s. This is a rivalry that we know runs deep. And now they're about to go into another one against the Green Bay Packers. If you remember, it was always Dallas for the 49ers, and it was always Green Bay. Those are the two teams. So I find this very fitting. Very happy that the Niners are still alive. And I'm curious to see what you have to say about that game. But before we get there, we have to give some season awards, because although this was on the old channel and nobody can hold us accountable because they have no idea who we picked.
None.
We were very off on who we picked for these awards. So we're honest here at Last Second Sports. Let me be clear about that. But let's go through and give our end of year awards. Then we're going to jump into these games, break them down, give our predictions. I believe last week, if I remember correctly, I was undefeated. I think I picked all the winners last week. You were off on one, if I'm not mistaken. Trying to think of the game that you were off on.
I was off on that 49er Cowboy game.
Oh, that's the one. I totally forgot. Thanks for reminding me.
You a funny guy tonight, huh? Funny guy, huh?
Oh my gosh! Yeah,
Man, get out of here.
I
don't even want to hear it. Let's jump into it. We got Offensive Player of the Year, and I'm gonna start it off.
Yeah, do it.
I'm giving it to the guy who got that triple crown, Cooper Kupp for the LA Rams. He led the league in receiving yards. He led the league in receptions, and he led the league in receiving touchdowns. I mean, it's got to be him. Buddy had 1,917 yards. Okay. 16 touchdowns and 145 receptions. He's got to be Offensive Player of the Year. He won the Triple Crown. So my Offensive Player of the Year is going to be that guy, Cooper Kupp, who's catching passes from that guy, Matt Stafford, who got his first playoff win. Shout out to Matt Stafford. The truth.
All right.
I don't know why you're sitting back in your seat. Relax.
I'm just I am. That's what I'm doing. I'm relaxing. I'm chilling. Look at this. Look. Relaxing. That's
great. Great.
Here's the thing. I'm actually not mad at that. I'm surprised at it. I'm not mad at it, but let me be real. If I was picking a receiver to be Offensive Player of the Year, it's gonna be Deebo freaking Samuel. The guy who went out and did things that no receiver has ever done. Rushing touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. You can't shut this man down.
I like Deebo. I'm not
picking Deebo. I'm just saying if I'm picking a receiver, I'm picking Deebo.
Anyways, man, who do you have for your Offensive Player of the Year?
Deebo.
Nobody wants to hear about Deebo.
No, hold on. Deebo is the biggest offensive weapon in football right now. What do you mean?
To hear about Deebo Samuel. We all know he's good.
Probably the whole chat will hear about Deebo.
Look, y'all know I like the Niners, and I'm a Deebo fan. I've been preaching this since he came out. So we don't need to get into if I'm choosing a receiver, I'm choosing Deebo. Like, nah. He got the Triple Crown, bro. They're Niners fans.
Do you know what this is?
Four fingers.
Hear about Deebo.
4 fingers.
4 people want to hear about Deebo.
Oh, I thought it was 4 fingers. My bad.
Goodness sakes. My goodness. All right. My offensive player of the year is the right offensive player of the year.
The right one? Who is this?
It's Taylor. 20 total touchdowns, 2,171 yards. That offense would not move without Taylor on it. And we saw how they imploded down towards the end of the season. Carson Wentz falling apart right in front of our eyes, which I know hurt both of our hearts because we actually really think Carson Wentz is pretty decent. But Taylor is just so good. And to come in and there's a lot of big name running backs. For him to be the best one this year by a mile, extremely impressive. I couldn't be more impressed with Taylor.
I'm not mad at that. Like it was between those two, but Taylor probably wouldn't even lead the league in rushing if Henry didn't get hurt. Henry had the lead before he got hurt. So shout out to Taylor, but Cooper Kupp won the Triple Crown, bro. You can't you got to get a man his flowers.
This ain't horse racing. I don't care about a Triple Crown.
You got to get a man his flowers, bro. He led in 3 categories. I mean, it's probably because he did have that great quarterback, Matthew Stafford, but get a man his flowers. Dang.
Zach says, raise your hand if you knew Carson Wentz signing was bad. Yeah, well.
I was a fan of Carson Wentz. I thought
shame on us.
I thought it was a good matchup. I don't know.
On us. I thought it was too. Who knows what they're going to do with him. All right. Let's get into something that I know we're going to agree on here. Defensive player of the year. Why don't you go ahead and give me yours?
This one's easy. I'm going with TJ Watt.
Okay.
He tied the NFL sack record. And how many did he play? 14 games? How many games
15.
did he play? 15 games.
Yeah, 15.
And almost broke Strahan's record. This was hands down on Last Second Sports. It's TJ Watt. Hands down.
I agree.
Look, Watt. They already know. Hey, shout out to the chat. We appreciate y'all tapping in. Shout out to them. Yeah. Watt. This one's easy.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, 22 and a half sacks, 15 games. It doesn't how do you argue against that? The Steelers really weren't that good of a team. This is another one. I'll listen to this argument. Definitely rookie of the year, defensive side. There's no doubt about that.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're doing a defensive rookie and an offensive rookie, which we are not, we're just doing offensive rookie of the year, but defensive rookie of the year, no question. I mean, all pro level killer,
solid player,
killer, and going to be very good. But Watt,
he was the guy. I like Parsons. We said Parsons was going to be that guy coming out. Yep. We both did.
Yep.
And Watt's easy, unanimous.
Yeah. I agree. All right. Well, speaking of rookies, let's talk about rookie of the year. And again, we're not going to separate this. We're doing just rookie of the year. Doesn't matter offense, doesn't matter defense. Who is your rookie of the year?
Detroit Lion Penei Sewell. No, I'm playing.
I was about to
Penei Sewell rookie of the year. Y'all heard it here. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the guy. He was it's Jamar Chase. 4th in receiving yards, 3rd in receiving touchdowns, and 2nd in yard per reception. Jamar Chase. He had a heck of a year. And we was down on Jamar Chase when he was preseason. Even coming into the draft, we weren't super high on Jamar Chase. Let's be real. I know that was on our last channel and things that.
We weren't. You're right.
I'm gonna be real. I was a Jamar Chase hater at one point, but he proved me wrong. Kid blew out, did his thing. I guess it was smart that the Bengals paired him and his college quarterback up together because now they're in the divisional playoffs. But my rookie of the year is going to be Jamar Chase. With a sprinkle of Penei Sewell.
We blasted him. Speaking of Penei Sewell, we blasted him for not taking Sewell.
Penei Sewell.
We said, you got to take Sewell and protect him. That was what we thought they should have done. Now, in our mock draft, we actually pegged Jamar Chase to go there, but we really did think that Penei Sewell was the right pick. And Penei Sewell would have been great, right? I really think Penei Sewell's a very good player, and he's going to be really good, and they still need offensive line help. But what Jamar Chase has brought to that team, he's a top 5 receiver right now. You look at every advanced metric for wide receivers, this dude is top 5 right now in the league. And this league right now is probably the most talented it's ever been, top to bottom in receivers. There are so many good receivers right now. And for him to be top 5, in my opinion, as a rookie, 1,455 yards, 13 touchdowns, it's absolutely incredible. Jamar Chase is absolutely the rookie of the year, and it shouldn't be close.
And second in yards per reception. And that was close. He could have easily been first in that. Like, forgot who was ahead of him. It was 18 yards per reception. Like, he balled out. Real talk.
Yep. You're right. Okay. Let's get to comeback player of the year. There's not a lot of candidates here, right? Like, let's just be real. This one, there's not a lot of candidates. I think there's really two guys that you could rightfully give it to. But which direction did you go here?
I went with Matt Stafford. He came back off a broken back with the Detroit Lions.
I said it's A or B, and he went C.
He came on ball this year. I mean, third in passing yards, second in touchdowns with 41. He had a 67 completion rate. He won the NFC West. I mean, it's got to be Matt Stafford for me as the comeback player of the year. And I'm sticking to it. And he had a broken back. He missed a lot of games last year. You know what I'm saying? People was writing him off up there.
I'm waiting for you to say that you're kidding.
People was writing him off up in Detroit. So I'm going with Matt Stafford. I'm going to stick to it. And I got it written down right here on my notebook. Matthew Stafford. He had the highest passing rater in Rams history also. Matthew Stafford. So, yeah, there's my comeback player of the year.
I don't think that's I forgot when we make these lists that Rad does his own thing and just completely throws all conventional wisdom out the door.
Hey.
That's not how this works.
Look, the man had a broken back.
Yeah.
That right there, if you got a broken back and you come back next year and ball the way you did and win the NFC West, which is the best division in the NFL, Matthew Stafford, the Rams are going to win the Super Bowl on Matthew Stafford's arm. Comeback player of the year.
Okay, well, the real comeback player of the year is clearly Nick Bosa.
I just said it.
15.5 sacks while leading the league in double team rate. Double team more than anybody in the league. Still managed to get 15.5 sacks. 4 forced fumbles. 21 tackles for loss. 32 QB hits. 52 overall tackles. Nick Bosa is absolutely phenomenal. And to look as explosive as he has coming off of an ACL injury. His second one, by the way, unbelievable. The work ethic, Nick Bosa, or as the telecast likes to say, Joey Bosa, is comeback player of the year. Yes, it's Nick Bosa.
Matt Stafford. I said it last. I went last. I won. Matt Stafford.
All right. Coach of the year. Maybe we'll agree on this one. We'll see.
Shout out to my guy, Dose. See, I won. Matt Stafford.
He's just looking for the dance clip. He just wanted to. Hey, anyways, go ahead. Just go real quick. Then we'll do the dance thing.
Coach of the year?
Coach of the year, yes.
Mike Vrabel, Tennessee Titans. I think that guy deserved it. As many injuries they dealt with down there in Tennessee. They lost a rushing leader in Big Henry. Julio played 10 games. A.J. Brown was hurt. I think he only played 13, 14 games. They were dealing with a bunch of injuries. And for them to finish with that number one seed, quietly too, finish with that number one seed in the AFC, got them a bye week. I like what he did with the Titans this year. Went 12-5, and they dealt with a lot down there in Tennessee. He's deserving of that coach of the year, Vrabel.
I agree with you. I just want to shout out 49 people are watching right now. 49ers are still in the playoffs. I think that means something, so I'm going to make it mean something. Yeah, I agree. Vrabel, he is the coach of the year. Have the number one seed with those teams in the AFC. Like you said, injuries up and down that team, key injuries. I mean, we're talking about the best running back in the game, arguably, out for most of the year, on top of losing Julio, A.J. Brown. I mean, up and down that team, they're extremely physical. They play tough football, gritty football, and it's impossible to not give it to him. I agree 100%. But Dose wants to see some dancing, and whenever people donate around here,
shout out to Dose.
We show him love. So here we go. And we got one more in here. Hold on, my guy Tommy Huxley coming through. Rad, you need to go in timeout. Stafford, thumbs down. I'm glad that Dose paid $2 to say he agreed with you, and then my guy Tommy came in and said, hold up, not so fast. Rad needs to get his head checked. I agree. Rad needs to get his head checked, but we still love him, right? We love him. Anyways, appreciate you, Tommy. Here you go.
Thank you, Tommy.
All right. Let's end these awards and then get into the playoff talk. MVP. I know we're going to agree on this one. There's only one right answer. Why don't you go ahead and tell the folks who the MVP is?
TB12. Tom Brady. The oldest man in the NFL.
Not the right answer.
That's the correct answer. Threw for the most yards he's ever thrown for, 5,300 yards. Led the league in yards. Led the league touchdowns with 43 touchdowns. 6 interceptions with a 67 completion rate. And his team is still in the playoffs. TB12 doing it at the age of 58. Balling. Tom Brady, everybody. MVP. He deserves it. It's the most yards he's ever thrown for, and he's 58 years old. Tom Brady.
58.
He is 58.
Yeah, basically. Tom Brady had a great year. I'm not going to deny.
Amazing year.
Most throws he's ever attempted this late in his career. It's incredible. But let's be real. The Packers just came off the best season, number 1 seed in the NFC, 37 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. That's not a typo. 4 interceptions in a full season. It's incredible. His touchdown to interception ratio is so far above and beyond anybody else that's ever played this game. And I get it. The era that he plays in is much easier than some of those guys in the 80s, 90s, whatever. But Aaron Rodgers deserves to be the MVP of this league. And he deserves to get put out of the playoffs by my San Francisco 49ers. But,
oh, God.
But he is the MVP, and I don't think it's debatable.
Tom Brady
He's definitely going to win. So either way, Dose, here you go. I'll roll the dance clip for you. All right. Edgardo comes in, says 49ers are winning the Super Bowl. 49ers for the win. I agree. By the way, actually, I don't agree because I picked them to lose in the Super Bowl. But I agree that they're getting to the Super Bowl. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it here in a minute. But we owe you a dance clip. I appreciate you, Edgardo.
Shout out to the chat. We appreciate it. Shout out. They pump it. They pump it.
They are.
But
pumping. We
to
appreciate you.
Edgardo, they're not going to win the Super Bowl because they don't have the comeback player of the year in Matt Stafford. The Rams are winning the Super Bowl.
Hey, speaking of so we're going to get into these games. You did it last week, Rad, and you did it again. You put the 49ers and Packers game first, knowing damn well we're talking about them last. So, this sneaky garbage that you pull up. No, you're not. I'm telling you, I just be
typing, Brody. Typing.
No, that's a damn lie, but good effort. Good effort, Chief. I appreciate it. All right, let's go over to the AFC first. Bengals versus Titans. So the Bengals came out, impressive win against the Raiders. We both picked them to win that game. I don't think a lot of people were shocked there, but now they're going up against that team. The coach that we just gave Coach of the Year, number 1 seed in the AFC, sounds like King Henry is going to be back. How do you see this game playing out?
This one's tough because I low-key want Cincy to win because, you know, my guy, our guy, Hassan, is a diehard Bengal fan.
Yeah.
And they got an explosive offense, but I just don't know if I think the Titans is going to, I don't know. Henry's coming back. If they can stop Big Henry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go Cincinnati. I'm going Cincinnati for the upset. Wow. I feel like that offense is too explosive. If they can just contain Big Henry, I think they're gonna be okay. I'm going Cincinnati. Point prediction: 28-17, Cincinnati.
Whoa, I did not see that coming. This isn't you just trying to get in the good graces of
no, man. Me and my guy, we got love for each other. I don't need to be in no good graces. It is what it is. I think Cincy's got a super explosive offense. Tennessee, they've been chilling. That bye week might hurt them. I don't know. I'm going Cincy. I'm gonna go Cincy. I'm gonna take Cincy.
I love it. And you by double digits, by the way. That's impressive. Okay. Here's my thing with Cincy, and I talked about it last week, right? When these teams start to come up, there's steps to it. Normally it's you get to the playoffs, you lose a game, you come back next year, you make it a little bit further, so forth and so on. But this was a little bit different because we both thought that they would beat the Raiders. They were just a better team than the Raiders, right? That being said, there is no way that they go in and beat the number 1 seed. I can't see it. Again, there are steps to this. Their offense is very explosive. No doubt about that. I understand that. But Tennessee is the number 1 seed for a reason. They've got all their horses back. They're ready to rock and roll. And I believe that they have the far superior coach. I mean, Hassan talks about it all the time. I know that they're a lot better this year, but how many times did we hear this man rag on Taylor? He thought he should have been fired before the year.
The coach is terrible. He hates the coach.
Right. So there you go. To me, I have to take a Bengals fan hit at his word and saying that his coach is not near as good as Vrabel. I have to go with the number one seed winning this game. And I think they're going to win 27-23. It should be a close game. I think that they can keep up, but I just don't see them stopping that run game. And even then, if it turns into a shootout, those 2 big receivers can get it done as well behind Tannehill. And I got to lean on their defense over the defense of the Cincinnati Bengals. And that's it. A great season for Cincy, though, by the way, for 27-23.
I can agree. I mean, defense wins championships, but I think Cincy going to pull it out.
Hey, I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't mind seeing it. I mean, we're talking about nostalgia. If the 49ers play the Bengals in the Super Bowl, that's about as nostalgic as it gets. So here we go. Anyways, Varuna tapping in says, if not for the 49ers, I want Matt Stafford to win it all. I don't. But either way, here we go.
Hater! Hey, Rona, appreciate the love, Rona. Hold on, hater.
Mike tapping in. He says, thought you had Marshawn Lynch on the show for a second. You're not the first person to say that. I'm sure you're not going to be the last.
I'm tired of hearing that. Chill out.
I mean,
nope.
All right.
Play the video.
Appreciate you, Mike. Appreciate you.
We do.
All right.
Okay, go ahead, hater.
Before we get back to this next game, we'll switch over to the NFC. We're going to talk about your boy, Matthew Stafford. Here. We're going to talk about him. But before we do, we got 68 people watching. Make sure that if you have not subscribed, that you do so. Hit that bell notification so you never miss an episode. Show us some love. Hit that like button. We appreciate each and every one of you for tapping in. We are talking NFL playoffs, going through all the games. So far, we have picked the Bengals game and the Titans. I have taken the Titans. Rad has taken the Bengals. He's really trying to have no shot at this pick'em thing throughout the playoffs because he's already down 1 going against my Niners last week, and he wants to be down 2. But that's cool. I'm fine with that. If there was money on the line, I'd feel even better, but there's not. It's just bragging rights that we'll probably forget about anyways, so let's be real. All right, Rams versus the Bucs. This is your adopted team because Matthew Stafford plays for the Rams. You're a Detroit Lion fan, big Matthew Stafford guy. Think he's top 8 quarterback.
He is
all
top
the
8.
Good stuff.
Hold up.
So listen,
can we put some respect on his name because we're gonna bring that back from last Thursday show.
So anyways,
is he top 8?
He's not top 8, but anyways, yeah. So let's get into it. Rams versus Bucs.
Well, no, I'm not going. I want to know how he's not top 8.
He's not top 8.
And the dude is 30 yards, second in touchdowns with 67 complete ratio, and won your division.
Don't care. I go off the eye test, and this man.
If we're going off the eye test, he's got one of the best arms. He has a top 3 arm in the league.
Amazing arm, but he's a bonehead. The guy's a bonehead sometimes.
Because of his arm, sometimes he is. He relies too much on that arm. He makes some dumb decisions. But you're not about to sit here and say he's not top 8, bro.
He's not top 8.
He's top 8.
All right, so
I said it
Rams
last.
versus
Top 8.
Bucks. Rams versus Bucks. Who are you picking, and why is it the Rams?
I'm picking the Rams because they have the comeback player of the year in Matthew Stafford. They're gonna go down to Tampa and beat them boys. That pass rush is just too. It be humming. Leonard Floyd, you got Ashawn Robinson, Von Miller, and then one of the, if not the greatest defensive player to ever touch the turf, Aaron Donald. Solid secondary. What you smiling for?
I just the people. They're just
the Rams.
Learn that
the
Detroit
Rams
fans can say whatever they want, no matter how crazy it's
the Rams, bro. They got the comeback player of the year, Matthew Stafford, Triple Crown winner, solid run game. And Cam Akers he bounced back solid. Sony Michel, offensive line playing decent. That pass rush is just too elite. They got too many dogs and who show up in clutch situations. They ain't got just anybody. Them boys make plays when it's time to make plays. I know they're going against the greatest quarterback of all time, TB12, but they are beat up. They beat up, and it don't look like the same Bucks of last year. So the Rams about to go down there and win it and move on to the NFC Championship. Then it don't even matter who they play next because they win in the Super Bowl because they got that guy, Matt Stafford. Go ahead. Okay. You can go.
Hold on a second. You got two people in here basically throwing out stats saying that he's not top 8. Edgardo says top 8. You got to give him to me because it's not adding up. What is your top 8?
No order. I'm just going to throw something out there. Aaron Rodgers.
Out there. Yep.
TB12. Mm-hmm. Russell Wilson had a down year, but I still think he's better than Stafford. Russell Wilson.
I respect that because it's not all about stats sometimes, right?
Right. He had a down year. Russell Wilson. I got to pull up the list.
Josh Allen.
Let me pull up the list off the top of my.
Josh Allen.
Are you saying something? My bad. I had my.
Am I muted? I didn't know.
No, you wasn't muted. It was just
I thought maybe
my mic going in and out. That's all.
Right. All right.
Mic's going in and out. Sorry if I couldn't really hear you.
Right.
My bad.
Mahomes.
There we go. There's 4 Mahomes.
Josh Allen.
Let me see if I can get a couple more in there.
See how delusional this man is.
I'm not delusional.
It's clear cut. Josh Allen is the better quarterback.
I'm not delusional.
This is not even debatable.
Josh Allen. I'll give you Josh Allen. I'm tired of hearing you. Go ahead. So we got 5. Now name me 3 more.
So so he's the 6th best quarterback.
Hold on. I'm just let me look at this now. Hold on now.
Joe Burrow.
Stop. All right. I'm done. It's just pure hate. I'm done.
Justin Herbert.
I'm done. You're not about to tell me these sophomores. You're not about to tell me these sophomores is better than Matt Stafford. I'm not going, bro. I am not going.
For what reason? We just said Jamar Chase was a top 5 receiver, and you agreed he's a rookie. What does it matter?
I'm not going.
Who cares how old they are?
Nope. You're not about to tell me Burrow is better than Matt Stafford. Okay. Stop playing, man.
Okay. So let me ask you this.
Stop playing. We named 5.
No. Let's just have a little fun here. So you're telling me if Matt Stafford was on the Bengals, they would be as far as they are right now?
Yep.
Okay. But would the Rams be as far as they are? Because I believe they absolutely would be with Burrow.
Let me see. I'm looking. I'm trying to. He's top 8, bro.
He's not top 8.
He's top 8. I'm looking at this. He's top 8. Yes, he is.
You taking him over Lamar Jackson?
Yeah, I like Lamar for what he is, but yeah, I mean, I'm you talking to a guy that likes Lamar, but I'm not just a huge Lamar Jackson fan. So yes. Okay. Over Burrow and Herbert. And I like the young gunners. I do.
All right.
I'm taking him over Dak.
Okay. All right. Chris Royal taps in. He says 4 out of 5 Rams losses came to teams with bully defenses. Stafford flops against good defenses. That's why he's not top 10. Smiley face. All right. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate you.
I got to switch ears.
Jamal says, Stafford? What are we talking about? Stafford?
Yeah, that guy.
Top 8. Yeah, see, he agrees. Top 8? No, it's.
I just named. We couldn't figure out 8 better quarterbacks.
No, we could figure it out. You couldn't figure it out.
We couldn't.
You somehow are not on board with this.
Even if we gave you the 2 young guns, he's still 8.
No, he wasn't. Because Watson, you didn't name Watson, and Watson is clearly
is in the county jail. So nobody Watson's not playing. Did he play though? Did he play?
If Watson's in the league, he is better than Stafford.
Did he throw a pass this year?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. The dude didn't throw a pass this year.
Doesn't I feel like I need a rock. It doesn't matter if he
he didn't throw a pass this year, bro. I'm not going Watson.
I don't care. Anyways, Jamal.
We don't even know the next time he's gonna play.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's buns. It's buns. You're right. Jimmy G. Buns.
Hold on. Watson. We got to talk about this.
Watson might not have played another game. You're tripping, bro.
You text me that you would take. Are you serious, or is this in the moment? You would take Goff over Garoppolo. Let's talk about that, because I'm not arguing with you on that. But I want all these Niner fans in here to understand that
I would take Goff over Jimmy G, because look, if Goff is in a good situation, he has good protection, a couple good pieces around him, Goff will make them throws. It's just when you're not protecting the guy, Goff just looks terrible. Jimmy G is in a great situation. He still can find some way to F it up. Yeah, if you put Goff in that situation, I think Goff would be better than Jimmy G. Yep.
I'm not even going to argue it because I'm not mad at it. Yeah. California Bear says Justin Herbert is raw.
He is a raw talent. You're right. He's a raw talent.
Very raw.
He is a raw talent.
He's better than Stafford.
He's a raw talent.
Right. Let's
not better than Stafford.
Into it. All right. Okay.
You be getting me off track, man. I'm trying to stay on track. Talking all that.
All right. Let's go to this next AFC game. This right here. I mean, talk about a game. Let me edit this real quick. Talk about a game. This is a game for the ages. A lot of people are saying, much like I think the 49ers and Packers, the NFC Championship, people are saying this, the AFC Championship. I disagree with them because I think the Titans are going to the Super Bowl, but this is a hell of a game. We just talked about top 8 quarterbacks. These are probably 2 of the top 4 quarterbacks in the NFL right now, possibly top 3. Josh Allen, I believe in a year or 2 is going to be the best quarterback in the NFL. He's that damn good. This is a hell of a matchup. Who are you picking in this one and why?
I'm going with Patty Mahomes, the Chiefs. The Chiefs.
Okay. Why?
They got Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. They didn't been here before. I think they just gonna pull it up. Like they just been playing some solid football. And I just don't believe in the Buffalo Bills really. Like they don't look like the Bills of last year. I feel like the Bills last year was better than they are this year, personally. And when you got Patrick Mahomes, the best quarterback, arguably the best quarterback in the NFL right now, you sitting good. I know that defense is shaky. I'm not going to sit here and say the defense is shaky, but I think the Bills, I'm picking the Bills to go all the way to the Super Bowl again and lose to the Rams. So I got to ride with the Chiefs. I mean, not the Bills. I'm sorry. I'm picking the Chiefs to make it all the way to the Super Bowl and lose to the Rams. So I'm going with the Chiefs here.
Do you see that comment?
I'm looking for it. Where's that?
I say Cousins is better than Stafford. Yep.
I don't see the comments.
That's right. That's right. My guy, because for many, many years, Rad and I have had this debate.
And the Chiefs are at home. Oh, the Chiefs are at home too. And the Chiefs at home. That's why they're going to
win. Right. That's a good one. That's a good one. But yeah, so
I'm taking the Chiefs.
This is a great game. That's a good pick. I'm not too against it. I think the Bills have a better defense.
They do.
I don't think that. They have a better defense.
They do.
But for some reason, the Chiefs just beat these guys. I know that the Bills went there and won earlier in the year, but the Chiefs are much better. They're a lot like the 49ers. They really came on strong as the year progressed, started to show their true colors a little bit. And although they neglect the running game a little bit, and their defense can be suspect. The Bills neglect the running game way too much for me as well. I love Josh Allen. I genuinely think in 2 years' time, we're going to be talking about him as the best quarterback in the NFL. I think he's that damn good. But for right now, you're talking about a two-time representative of the AFC in the Super Bowl the previous 2 years. The year prior to that, they made the AFC Championship. Until they are beaten, they are the team to beat. And I think this is just too early for the Chiefs to exit. So I am going to give the Chiefs the exit. The Chiefs the win here, the Bills the exit. Chiefs are going to win this game. It's going to be high scoring. 34-31 Chiefs. It'll be a close game.
Okay. I'm taking the Chiefs also. You said the eye test, but you take Cousins over Stafford because numbers are similar, Naylor.
I also think that Cousins, they're very similar. They're both boneheads in moments. They both struggle in big time games. They both fold when good defense. I just think that they are very similar quarterbacks. I've always said it. I never told Rad, maybe jokingly, but I always said that they were the same quarterback. That was always my argument. I never said Cousins was actually better than Stafford. I just said that they were the same. And all the numbers back it up. And the eye test tells me the same. I know Stafford has a bigger arm, but they both fold like cheap tents against good defenses. So, yeah, I think they're very similar, actually.
I don't know why.
And
that's funny.
Not a knock.
I've heard that before, but it was just funny.
It's not a knock, by the way, because I think Cousins is a good quarterback. People think he's a joke, and
he's cool.
People actually think Jimmy G is better than Kirk Cousins.
Oh, no. I'm taking Kirk Cousins over Jimmy G.
And it's not close. It's not even close.
Cousins over Jimmy G.
Close. It's not.
I'm gonna just say that for show. Show.
It's not close.
The chat is pumping tonight. We appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button for us, though. It's greatly appreciated.
Okay, so let's do a recap real quick.
Go.
Bengals, Titans. You have Bengals. I have Titans. We have the Rams versus the Bucks.
I got the Rams.
I'm picking the Rams as well. I think the Bucks are just too injured in that one. Chiefs and Bills. I'm going Chiefs. You're going Chiefs.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game of the week, just like it was last week, game of the week. More fans watched that game than any other wild card game, I think, in history. I could be wrong about that, but it was at least in the recent history, but I think it might have been history overall. People were loving that game. A lot of people got their eyes opened up to Deebo Samuel as that dude. And I think they're going to have their eyes open again. Who are you picking in this game? I'm very curious.
I'm going to go with your squad, San Fran 49ers.
Wow. Even though they're the underdog on the road against Green Bay.
I think they're going to punch the Packers in the mouth. I think the Packers are soft defensively.
Okay. You
come out there and establish a run on them, you can do some things. I really do. And then Green Bay lost to the Lions, bro. I'm a diehard Lions fan. You should not let the Detroit Lions beat you going into the playoffs.
Even though you're sitting your squad?
No, hold on now. The whole first half, all they starters played. We dominated that first half, and we went into halftime with the lead. They come back, they put their second string quarterback in and took out Devontae Adams, but it still was a lot of their starters playing.
Okay.
So, I'm not. There's no way you should. I love my Lions, but the Packers should have rolled us. You want to go into the playoffs with some winning momentum. I get you already had the number one seed, the division was locked up, all that good things. But at the same time, you need to go in with some winning momentum.
I feel it.
That ain't our fault that the second half y'all want to put in a couple second stringers. But no, we went out there and beat them, and we were whooping them in the first half. We was dominating that game. And I just think the Niners, Debo, I'm a huge Debo fan. Y'all have a good pass rush. Y'all got a good defense. You come out there and establish a run against Green Bay. You keep Aaron Rodgers off the field. They get punched in the mouth. They kind of fold a little bit. They really do. Come out there and control that line of scrimmage. I think y'all have a good chance of winning. And I'm not saying that because we got Niners fans tapped in. I really think the 49ers can win. But then the following week,
against the 49ers last week. So you're not just saying that because we got 49er fans tapped in.
You're right. I think y'all are going to beat the Packers, and then the next week in the NFC Championship, y'all will lose to the Rams, to Matt Stafford, comeback player of the year, Matt Stafford.
Okay, that's all right. Well, we're way ahead of that. First of all, selfishly, I hope that Tampa wins and the 49ers win because that stadium's 20 minutes from where I live. I'm going to the NFC Championship, so that's what I'm hoping for. But
Oh,
we'll see if it happens. We'll see if Tampa can hold up their end of the bargain. Francisco Castro says, love what you're doing, bro. Keep it up. Niners 27-23. Do you like that score? What's your score prediction?
score prediction. I'm gonna go 28. I'm gonna go 28-21.
Okay.
Niners.
All right. 28-21 Niners. You heard it here from a Lions fan who picked against them last week. Just to be clear, Francisco, thank you so much for the kind message. We appreciate what you're doing, and we will keep it up as long as y'all keep tapping in. So here we go. This is for you.
Napoleon be getting it. Go, Napoleon. Get it.
All right. So there's a lot that goes into this game. The 49ers are not near the same team that they were when the season started out. You look at them, the last 10 games, including that Dallas game, 9 of those games, they have not allowed a team to go over 91 yards rushing. Green Bay, as much as they are a passing team behind Aaron Rodgers, they like to establish the run. And if you can take that away from them, make them one-dimensional, and get after Aaron Rodgers, I believe that they can make it miserable for him. And I also agree with Rad. I do believe that there's still some softness in that Green Bay Packer team. I think that they can fold when the tough get going. And everybody's talking about it's going to be cold and they're on the road and all these things. I think the 49ers are clearly the tougher team, the more physical team. Their game plan travels better in any element than even the Packers, even though they're the ones that play in Wisconsin. The 49ers are built for this. Now, here are some reasons that give me pause, though. Again, we just talked about Aaron Rodgers. 4 interceptions is all he threw all year. Jimmy Garoppolo in 45 regular season starts has 46 turnovers. Jimmy Garoppolo will turn the ball over. He did it last week. I said he would do it last week. I also said, though, that Dallas would turn it over and it would be even. Jimmy's going to turn it over again in this game. It's very likely. And when he does Aaron Rodgers turn it over? And I think it's very unlikely Green Bay turns the ball over. So that means they're going to have to overcome the turnover battle, which is always big in football, especially close games in the playoffs. I believe the 49ers can overcome that one turnover. Question is does he turn it over more than once? Does the 49ers turn it over more than once? That's where things get shaky. I believe that they don't. I believe one turnover by Jimmy. The Packers may not turn it over at all, but it does not matter. I think the 49ers can overcome that. They had 2 more turnovers than the Packers did when they met earlier in the season. They could not establish the run at all because they were down to their 4th string running back, the 49ers were. They couldn't even score in the first half until right before halftime, and that's when they inserted Trey Lance on a 4th down and 1 to do so. Yet they still somehow almost won that game. They lost by 2, had it in the bag with 37 seconds left, gave Aaron Rodgers too much time. We know the rest. But they play the Packers very well. They match up with the Packers. I don't like that it's a short week. I definitely don't like that. Now, if they win, I love that it's a short week next week, or excuse me, a long week next week, because that's an advantage. But all of that being said, I think the 49ers win. I think they return the favor of a last-second field goal. Robbie Gould, 24-23, Niners, they get it done.
Okay.
So
I like it. I'm taking y'all.
Here we go. Hey, I like that you're taking us. It actually doesn't make me feel good because you picked against them last week and you were wrong. So I hope you're right this week. But
I'm supposed to be your boy. It should make you feel good.
No, it makes me feel good that you're my boy. It's just,
No, that I'm picking y'all. Everything.
I understand it. All of it. Right. That you're my boy, that you're picking him. All right. Fair enough. Okay. But I also feel like there might be some emotion there because you hate Green Bay, being that you're a Detroit fan. So that worries me a little bit. Is there any of that, or you genuinely are picking the 49ers?
I'm genuinely.
It's a way too many syllables in there.
Picking the San Francisco 49ers.
Okay.
Genuinely. There it is.
All right. I love it. All right, y'all. That is the end of the show. Thank you so much for tapping in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification.
Hold on. I got one thing real quick.
What's that?
Matt Stafford, comeback player of the year. Go.
Okay. Actually, did we give Francisco love on this one? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Okay. All right, y'all. We appreciate it. Much love. Go Niners on Saturday. And also, Sky comes in with the Go Ducks. Absolutely go Ducks.
Go Lions also.
Oh, hold on.
What, Joe?
We got a last second. This is why we call it last second sports. We have last second things happening all the time.
There it is. Hey.
Bud Joe says, wanted to give Rad one more thumbs up. Stafford comeback player of the year. Mike drop. I hate that we ended the show giving Radford love, but here we go. Peace, y'all.
That was beautiful.